Hey guys, what is going on? It's Twitch and Pop Fishing here, and since the weather's a little dark today, I figured I'd just go over just the gear that I use when I go fishing. May I remind you, it's not a lot. I'm just getting started, starting back up with YouTube and getting to know the area a little bit fishing-wise. So I'm just gonna go over my reels, my rods, what fishing line I use for each one, and the lures that I use for each one. So starting out, I have this Myth Baitcaster Gander Mountain with 12 pound braid on it, and it only cost me $50. It was on sale, 50% off. And it's a very nice rod. It's very comfortable to hold. It's got gear ratio is 6:3:1, and it's got 12 pounds, 100 bucks a job. It's a 7-foot rod, and the rod has 20-pound mono on it, and it is a medium heavy action rod. The reel is a Gander Mountain bait casting reel with 163 yards of line on it, and it's like I said before, it's comfortable to hold, and with the 7-foot rod every time, because it's got a fast retrieve, so you can do it. What I usually do when I do it, just for a test, I usually set it and then I just go about this fast. And right now it's already like loading everything back up, and right there it's back. So it's got a very fast retrieve for slow turning, and I have the drag set almost to the next rod I have here is my Shakespeare spinning rod. This one I use mostly for bluegill fishing and crappie fishing. I have 6-pound braid on here. I believe it's 200 yards worth of braid. Very nice rod, very nice line. I only got this, I think this was on sale on Academy Sports and Outdoors for $14, and the original price was like $30. So I got a good deal on it. It's got, I believe the max, 8 pounds for 100 yards, so it can hold a lot of line. You probably catch a small bass with it, but I like to use my baitcaster because it's more comfortable with catching bass, and I feel every little pop when they bite the bait I have on there. And it's a 6-foot rod. It has medium action, and it can hold 6 to 12 pounds of line. For my baitcaster, I use Suffix Elite with near zero memory, and I use a 12-pound braid, and I have 330 yards left on here, I believe, because I put like 170 on my reel. This was only $12 at Gander Mountain, so good price. My spinning reel, I have 700 yard OmniFlex 6-pound test. The only reason I have this is because it was 700 yards, and I got this at Walmart. When I first started fishing, this is the stuff that I love to use. I have about 200 yards worth on there, and there's about 500 left on here, so it's a pretty good line. I've never tried it yet. And let's move on to my baits. I have them separated from crankbaits and jigs to worms and Carolina rigging, to the rigging. Let's start with this box. The tackle box. I had to put the sticker on there as soon as I got it. With this box, I have crankbaits, jerkbaits, lipless crankbaits. This is my first one right here. It's all tangled up. It's probably one of my first baits that I ever got. And the other ones on here are jointed Rapala and a twitch. I don't remember the name of it. It's a floater, and the other one is a super shad wrap as well. On to the next one. It is bluegill colored. It is the Kraken Rapala made by Rapala Bluegill color. I use this a lot for spring and summer fishing when you're feeding on spawning bluegill and small bait fish. I use this on my baitcaster. All the crankbaits I use on my baitcaster, like I said, I only use small jigs and live bait on my spinner for crappie and bluegill. And the next one that I have, by the way, that one is a lipless crankbait. But this one is another Kraken Wrap lipless crankbait with a circle hook attached to a treble hook in the back, which I actually like that a lot. It's a good touch. Made by Rapala. It's I believe it's an 1/8 ounce weight with a 1/2 ounce rattle in here. So it definitely, I think it goes 3 to 5 feet when it goes down into the water. I have a Booyah Pad Crasher Frog, and I use this a lot for heavy cover because it has the white bottom. As you can see, it has the white bottom, black legs, and I like the color on this one because it reflects off of the sunlight from the lily pads. I use this for a lot. I don't really pad crash a lot. I usually do a lot of open water. Usually if I'm shore fishing, I usually find an open spot where there's no weed or anything around me. That's about it for this one. I've got eagle claws, circle hooks, and worm hooks, and I've got eagle claw bullet weights for Carolina and Texas rig. I don't know if the camera can see that. It's just a bullet weight. That's about it for that box. I've got another box right here. This one I just got today. This is my newest box, and I just filled it up with worms and everything. So let's go through it. Want to let you know, everything in this box at Walmart, I got everything at Walmart, was less than $20. So if you're cheap and you like to get a lot of baits, that is definitely the place. A lot of these are Strike King and missile baits. So let's dig in. I've got a 5-inch watermelon color worm made by Strike King, and I'm going to use this probably on a Texas rig just because of the color. I got this pack. I believe it was a 6-pack or a 10-pack for $1.98. So it was definitely good for what price it was. I got it in that little box that they have on the bottom full of like on sale. Next I have a missile bait. It is a 4-inch pure black worm. I'm going to use this probably for stained water. Probably drop shot it or finesse. Or no, that's the same thing. I'm sorry. Probably drop shot, and just because if it sits in the water, it's just going to sit there like this as it's going down and just wiggle. So it's going to act like a worm has just fallen in, and it's dark, so they should be able to see it through the dark water. And the next thing I have is another Strike King. It's another by Strike King. It's a 5-inch worm. I'll probably use Carolina rig on this one. It's got a little blue tip right here, so maybe it'll tell the fish like where the head actually is. I don't know if they can tell. I'll probably Texas rig this, as I said. This was only $1.98. The last bag was $2.50 because missile baits are more expensive than Strike King apparently. But yeah, I'll definitely use these for stained water since they have that darker tone to them. And last but not least on the worms, I have this one by it's another Strike King. The color of it is white shad, and it's got probably a light gray bat with a white bottom. I would probably wacky rig this one just because of how it looks in clear water. I'll probably bed fish in the spring. I could use it to, like I said, wacky rig it and let it just drop to the bottom, see if anything takes it. And then I have these 1/2-ounce Eagle Claw bullet weights. I don't know if the camera's going to pick these up. They're really small, so they'll be good for Texas rigging, Carolina rigging, and they're 1/2 ounce, so they shouldn't go too deep into like the grass where I'm going to get stuck. And here I mixed them up just because I didn't really care, but I mean for other people it might care, so I apologize. I have Eagle Claw hooks here. They are 4/0 and 3/0 sized hooks, and actually I can tell you. This one is a 3/0 hook. As you can see, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's for worm hooks. They're worm hooks. And this one is the 4/0. It's the same thing, just bigger. I probably use these. I probably use the 3/0 for Texas rigging, Carolina rigging, and I'll probably use the 4/0 for drop shot and wacky rig. But yeah, that was pretty much, as you can see. Actually, I forgot to show you guys. I already have one. I'm starting to rig up now. I have the eye exposed, so I can put line through it and hook it up probably to my bait caster. But I just put it on a hook to see how it would look, and it looks pretty good. As soon as I get it over the eye and tied on there, it should be pretty good too. But I just figured that was a small little video that I could do. I apologize for not having much fishing content. In itself, it's just been really bad up here. We're starting to get possible nor'easter, and it's really cold outside. The fish just aren't biting, and that's how it is in the winter. But starting in March, there will definitely be 100% more fishing content than there is now. I'll probably try to get out here either maybe later today if I can, or tomorrow, and try some bluegill and crappie fishing. Or maybe possibly bass fishing if I can find a nice place. But that was all I wanted to go over. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel down below in the description. And I'll give the description to all their links, all of these guys' links, Strike King, Myth, Gander Mountain, Shakespeare, all these guys. And you'll be able to check out their lures and go buy some stuff from them because they are awesome companies. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you later.